What's up, guys? I just watched Hunter x Hunter for the first time. It's becoming quite the popular anime and manga, and for some reason, most people prefer watching the anime rather than reading the manga. I don't know what's up with that. Do you pronounce it manga or manga? Probably manga. But yeah, first episode, watched it. Here are my first impressions on it. Um, I definitely see a lot of things that are very similar to One Piece and Toriko. I don't think that the author copyrighted or stole stuff from them. I think possibly he was inspired by these two mangas, or it just happens to have similar roots. And because of this, I really am starting to like the whole thing as a whole, because this is it's very similar in many ways, but also while having these slight things that are in common with these, there's also a bunch of new stuff as well. So to be a little bit more specific, we have this guy. I think his name's Gin, the main character. He has like black spiky hair that's going all the way up, which I don't really like. His the way they decided to draw this main character, I didn't really like. He's a little bit too childish. I didn't like the hairdo. It's not iconic like Goku's or Luffy's or Naruto's. However, I do like his personality. He's also like very, upbeat, very mysteriously naive, to the point where uh, it's naive, but at the same time, it's like a smart naive. Like, he knows more than he lets out. He only acts naive to, I guess, control the masses. I don't know how to say it, but uh, it's very similar to how Luffy and Naruto, and especially Goku, is in Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and what's the last one, Naruto. And it very much reminds me of the kind of character that all of these people share. Also, kind of Natsu from Fairy Tail. And so I think this is like a common thing. I hope that they end up changing it up. If every manga starts ripping off this personality for the main character, it's going to get very, very boring. With all these characters having this, kind of naive, upbeat, lighthearted personality, not knowing too much about the world, it gets a little old. I'd rather, every now and then get like someone who's different. Like Yu Yu Hakusho was different. The main character Yusuke, he was smart. He was street smart. He was very good, but he was also very kind-hearted. Even though he was very strong and he could do all this stuff, and he was very street smart as well, he was kind-hearted. And I think that's one of the things that the main character has to have to appeal to the audience. So I like that. And so in terms of likeliness to One Piece, you have the main character setting sail, like in the start of One Piece with Luffy setting sail. And as always, you have that same sort of ambition and drive going. This is most in line with Luffy. He wants to set sail and get out there and become the best. Not just good, he wants to become the best. Just like Luffy or Naruto. Naruto wants to be Hokage because it is the best in his eyes. So, very, very similar, and I wouldn't say it's a copycat kind of thing. It's got its own thing going. It just has similar roots. And for Toriko, I think the similarity lies in the universe, the whole universe behind it. It's very similar to the Gourmet Hunter thing. Basically, again, spoiler alert. First and final spoiler alert. Basically, in Toriko, it's they have hunters as well, but the Toriko universe is completely focused on food. Gourmet food, everything is based solely on food. So they have gourmet hunters, and they capture high level ingredients. And from the first episode, it seems like they have hunters, but these hunters don't just focus on food, although that is a big part. They capture animals and creatures as well that are high capture level, but it seems they also focus on treasures, bounties, and they capture bad people. And I really like how it's progressing so far. The only thing I don't like is it is very childish. I think it might just be the anime. I've decided to watch the anime rather than me read the manga until I've caught up in the anime, and then I'll switch over to manga to continue reading. But at least for the anime, there's a crap load of very cheesy, very sort of kiddish music playing in the background. And I don't think they chose this music properly. There's this one scene where it was a very fight intensive and a very serious situation where the storm was brewing on the ship and stuff, and they were playing like this like carnival happy music, and it just ruined the thing. And I'm very scared that this might turn into a sort of fairy tale style manga. But I really wanted to be more adult, like so it's like One Piece or Naruto or Bleach. But it's